Let's go. I got 10 of the best niche fall fragrances for men in 2025. We're going to start off with this Le Labo Eucalyptus 20. This one might be my favorite of the house. You get this really nice, well-sourced cedar note and also this eucalyptus note. And the way they combine, it comes off like this pine forest smelling type of scent profile. Immediately transported into like a pine forest or a high-end spa. Maybe a spa in the middle of a pine forest. All right, it's not so much of like a strong camphorous eucalyptus like maybe the name would imply and you might be thinking. Le Labo is famously known for not really making the note that's highlighted here, like the eucalyptus note, not really standing out. It's just a component of their fragrances, and the number at the end lets you know how many components in this fragrance. So in this fragrance, there's 20 components, and as usual with a lot of these, it's not like the eucalyptus note is really jumping out and being the strong player in this. It's just blended into the other 20 notes. As it dries down, you get a warm labdanum, frankincense, and musk. Very intoxicating and relaxing. Perfect outdoor scent profile, great for a fall hike or really anything outdoors in the fall. Next up is this Pineward Apple Tobacco. Man, really loving this house right now. Right away, you get this really juicy, realistic red apple accord. The red apple starts fading away into the background after about an hour. All right, then you get tobacco, balsam fir, which is kind of like a pine note, boozy rum accord, along with some dried fruits, kind of take over. They move to the front. A lot from this house kind of come off as like a Yankee Candle type of scent. You know, the candles you burn, especially the fall ones. But in a good way. They smell really good and higher quality than Yankee Candle. And Yankee Candles smell pretty good to me. I think these smell great and I love wearing them, but that could turn off some people, and I've heard some people complain about that. This performs really well and creates a perfect fall weather vibe for me. Man, this one creates a vibe for me like I'm on a fall hayride, like drinking hot apple cider with some rum, and someone on the bale of hay next to me is smoking a real nice tobacco pipe. This Zaharoff Signature Aurum has the most realistic honey note I've ever smelled in fragrances. Zoologist Bee is up there with it. I'm not sure which of those two is the most realistic, but this one's up there. This is in the running. It's inspired to smell like the Greek baklava dessert, and it does. I've ate a lot of baklava, and it smells just like this. It's not overly sweet, but it does kind of touch into gourmand territory, but it's got these gentleman vibes under it to kind of balance it out with some nice spicy cinnamon and some clove in it too that kind of rounds it out. There's a nutty richness with warm amber tones mixed into it. Just a super well balanced fragrance here. Again, the star of the show is that photorealistic honeycomb note. Almost feel like I'm standing right next to a beekeeper, or they're dripping honey off the comb right next to me, and bees are buzzing all around me. I'm gonna butcher this one. Serge Lutens La Participate Passé opens with bergamot and wormwood. Those two notes kind of give it some herbaceous brightness. It only lasts about 5 minutes. Then you start getting into the fruit, caramel, and lots of balsamic resins that Serge Lutens is so good at. Then the cumin and pepper kind of make it really spicy. Nuclear performance on this one. Very artistic fragrance, just like most Serge Lutens. It's a scene where I'm kind of like at a Middle Eastern market with desserts, spices, and fruits surrounding me. Like this Mibisu, tobacco flirting with vanilla, kind of gives me initio side effect vibes immediately. You're going to get that immediately, but just like a distant cousin, not exactly the same. There's a really nice, light, subtle tobacco note in here. Nice cinnamon note layered beside cherry and vanilla. You're going to get all those notes together, kind of mingling together, kind of flirting with each other, kind of like the name is, but no one kind of stepping to the front and, you know, busting a move. They just all kind of just hanging out. So it's blended perfectly. It kind of stays close to the skin too. It doesn't project out very hard. It kind of tries to pull people in. Only get about 5 to 6 hours of performance out of this, but it's really soothing, intoxicating, and a real sexy fragrance. And I really like what they've done here. They named it aptly here because all these notes are mingling together, and like I said, they're just kind of hanging out and nobody's stepping to the front. They're blended seamlessly. So good job on this. This is nice perfumery here. Oud Aqualaria from Oman Luxury is almost identical to Frederic Malle Promise. In fact, Dominique Ropion is the one who perfumed both, so he would know how to make that scent profile. Owning both would definitely be redundant to me. This one is a little less animalistic, has more of a dusty oud note and a really nice apple note, just like the original, all throughout the fragrance life, but especially in the open. Open's pretty light and airy, a little more so than Promise. The rosemary and patchouli are pretty forward too, more so than in Promise. Dries down in more of like an amber rose oud fragrance when you get to the base. This feels like a mature, out on the town, dressed up fragrance to me. Perfect on a fall night out when you're really trying to stand out and assert dominance. This Herbal Leather opens with a bright, zesty lemon, passion fruit, and bergamot. Then you immediately get these seductive woods, jasmine, and leather. Dries down into this real warm, seductive vetiver amber foundation. Really well balanced. The leather isn't too strong and taken over. The Herba Pyridine, which can dominate, isn't really dominating. They're just balanced really nicely. And I generally like Christian Provenziano fragrances, and this is no exception here. It's another one I like. Nuclear projection and longevity on this. This one works great in the cooler weather. You can wear this casual, dressed up, lounging, whatever. It's just really versatile. And on a side note, generic perfumes out of Kuwait, their fragrance oils you can get and blend up is almost a spot-on clone of this, as are most generic perfume oils. They're really good, but this one is really close to the original. All right, this Hasavat Oud is from the Nishane Prestige Collection. One of the best lines in all perfumery to me. Nefs, Mana, Shem, all great to me. This is one's done by Dominique Ropion, and I'm a fan of his work. And this is another hit. It's basically took Hasavat with more incense and a woody oud. It's not a fecal type oud. Nishane itself classifies this as a Chypre woody oriental fragrance. And that's basically what I get out of it. That's a good description of it. Kind of a tri-bit of those three categories. I'm burnt out on all the Venice Hasavat DNAs, but this is one I can still wear and kind of get behind. The oud frankincense depth kind of works and gives this a little bit more depth. So yeah, just real easy to wear, winter, all-rounder scent profile here. Good performance on this and excellent perfumery. All right, Zaharoff's signature Seraphim Musk is my favorite of the whole Seraphim line. It has a nice balance of dirty, musky notes with animalistic leather, and then there's some clean, sophisticated spiciness and a hint of powder and vanilla amber tones. Kind of rounds it all out. Really well balanced. Excellent perfumery here. Very intriguing and engaging for me. Just trying to figure out what's going on with this fragrance. It's pretty complex. This is for the confident gentleman here. This ain't for some boy out here horsing around. This is more for like a man on a mission, walking around getting things done. All right, this Le Labo Labdrum 18 and this Dua 18 Shades of Labdrum are ambery, musky, slightly animalistic, vanilla, powdery, smoky scent profiles. The Dua version is really close here. It's barely off in the opening. As it dries down, it gets really close. Performance is about the same on these. They got pretty good performance, but they don't jump off the skin. They just kind of sit close to the skin. So this Dua is a great budget of alternative for this scent DNA. Pretty unisex to me. Pretty right down the middle. Kind of a cousin to Mus Ravageur. Really minimalistic type of scent profile, like a lot of these Le Labo scent profiles are. Kind of a pull you in, seductive scent. Very intoxicating. So that's it. If you made it to the end, thanks for hanging out.
Vitamin popper, bottles on the dresser, incense, stay flexing, you can call him the professor. Got notes in his pocket, musk in his veins, citrus on the wrist, woody notes go insane. Naturally punches, amber got the kick, mixing in like a DJ, turntables wiki wit. Photo explosion, Vince in the whip, pull a rabbit out the hat, playing magic with these tricks. Incense, makes sense, what's the aroma? Vanilla